it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studio Lou. So I thought today we would just do another kind of relaxing making stuff today, kind of like yesterday, but a little bit different projects. Today I wanted to tackle a couple of things, again on the theme of using things up. I'll apologize for the shadows I'm getting today. I really need to sit down and figure out my light situation now that I've moved my desk again. So there's just going to be a few little shadows from time to time here. I just can't get it right now. I need to do some moving about and I can't do that yet, unfortunately. So anyways, down to the project that I want to do today. So often when I make journals, I use books to create ephemera, to add themes to my journals. If you've seen the videos, you know, I just made a couple of swan themed journals. And so this is one of the books. This is the leftovers of what I didn't use. So I want to use up this book today. I have a bunch of other things that I've pulled out of books that just had like a few pages left over where I've used them in journals. These were from my Richard Scarry journals. This is just from an art book. And then there's some other kind of children's books. That's another Wild Swans. So yeah, there's some random stuff in here too. These don't belong here. These are digitals. But anyhow, that's what I want to do today, is just make ephemera out of all this stuff. Some of it will go in journals with like sort of, you know, all sorts odd socks kind of themes, and some will go as like little thank you cards for people who purchase journals and things from my shop. But yeah, and then I have this left over as well. This is a really nice book. I did a video some time ago about making fairy tale ephemera, so this is what was left over from that. And then I have like a page from a big bug book, and then a bunch of these pages, which was from a book that's actually really funny. It's like sayings that have been depicted, like, don't be Chicken Little, don't be so worried over nothing. Like it will tell you what the saying was and then kind of like what's meant by the saying. And there's a lot of kind of fun illustrations. Some of them I think could be really cute ephemera. So let's get to it. So first thing that I want to do is I'm going to pull the pages out of the Swan Children book so that I can clear that out. I don't know if I'll be keeping the cover for anything or not. I have quite a few large book covers right now that I have plans for. I mean, this one is really pretty though. I don't know. Maybe I will figure out if I could do something with that. So now we're down to the pages. So the way that I kind of go through books like these is, you know, I look at each page. First of all, is there an image on the page that I could use for ephemera? Now this one is the front, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's not particularly interesting to me. So this I could use as backing. So I will just fold it and pop it in my scraps that I can back ephemera with, like journal cards, tags, etc. Now this page shows sort of a unicorn and like children and their dad. Not really something I would use. Now this side, I actually think this is cute, and it could be used in some kind of a journal that, you know, had a theme about maybe, you know, a princess, or like, I find I can often use the depictions in books of different characters in my own storytelling in journals. So that will go. But I think I will keep about this much of this. Then, more than likely, I will tear this out so that it will become a journal card. Okay, so that's what we have left. And the next thing that I do is, this isn't probably perfectly square. Actually, it's pretty good. But if not, don't worry, we can go back and trim it. The other thing that I do is I look, when I have books like this that have really nice big writing on them, I look and see if there's any verses, words, or sayings that I would want to use with the ephemera. Often you can find something nice that goes with the image on the page. But this doesn't seem... maybe I would keep something like just this, just sing sweetly. That's a nice little you know, a nice little set of words that you could put, like if you were doing some ephemera that had birds on it or something, but the rest can go. I don't keep all the extra kind of nitty-gritty stuff. So now we have this. Let's look at this next page. I'll just go through this whole book first, and then we can start making ephemera. So I think I really like this image with the butterfly and the woman, and I want to try to keep it maybe long. I would do maybe a tag with this one, something more tag shaped. Nothing there. And then we want to keep it a little bit more kind of not too wide. So that will become a tag. And then again, I'm just going to take a quick look. Spells and enchantments, that could be nice. Yeah, I think I'll just keep that, just spells and enchantments, because that could be used in, you know, some kind of a journal, like a grimoire, or like, you know, a fairy tale kind of telling, which I do like making journals that have sort of classic fairy tale stories embedded in their themes. And this one, I'm not really into this image. And this one's kind of grim as well. So now I'm just going to check and see if there's any words. You really could, though. You know, and maybe I won't be lazy. I'll show you how you can use something like this. You actually can use this as a background, and you can put something fun on it to make it not morose as it is now. And we'll make a journal card with this. So we'll keep that. Then take a look here. We could keep great happiness. Singing became love. But I think I'm good. I'm good with that one. Another one here. This image is kind of like an argument. Not interested in that. This is a cat chasing a mouse. There's a cloud coming in a window. I think I'm okay without all of that. So I'll just kind of do another look here and see. I actually have a lot of words to use right now, so I'm not too concerned. So that one can just go. This is like, you can see the shadow of a swan flying to a castle, but I think this is a really neat image, so I think I will keep that image. And it will be like a background for something interesting. I'll just keep it large until I know what I'm going to do with it. So this one, I think I'll keep this because it's cute. Small glowing cloud. That we could probably use actually with that piece of ephemera, because they really do go quite nicely together. Okay, through window. I think I will keep this one too, just a little cloud. And you check the other side as well. Yeah, we're good. I love the names in this book. Finola, Adi, Fiocra, and Con. Such lovely names. I believe probably, I think this was an Irish retelling of the story, actually. Oh, I didn't check both sides. So this side has some fish and some kind of like ocean on the back. You could certainly use it for that, but I think I'm okay. Sorry, I'm yawning. I still have that like weird mid-afternoon exhaustion. Doctor told me though that it could last for 4 to 6 weeks because after having your appendix removed, I mean, obviously you're doing a lot of healing, but also you are like your digestive system has been tweaked a little bit, so it's got to adjust, and all of that just eats up your energy. So this one, I think I'll keep this. Oops. Magical land that exists still. Because that's a nice thought, right? There we go. Forevermore. Okay. So I went to my my wound appointment yesterday to have my my bandaging changed and stuff. And unfortunately, it had been bleeding, and I think it's because I had picked up my son yesterday. So, yeah, it's really hard not to pick up, you know, a 1-year-old. They don't understand, you know, why you're not tending to them as you normally would. But I have to try to be reasonable about the whole thing, so yeah, it's hard. But the nice thing was this morning, so my husband, there's a period of time in the morning where my husband's at work, and he comes home quite early. He's kind of modifying his schedule as I'm, you know, unable to deal with both of the kiddos in the morning, you know, doing all the stuff that they need. But I mean, I could do quite a bit of stuff, but just not all day everything as long as he normally would work. So this morning, instead of picking him up, I decided, like, okay, I'm going to try to get him to come down the stairs. But he is only like 18 months. So he was amazing. He held my hand, and he actually, his little feet, he walked like a normal person all the way down the stairs, just holding my hand. I was like, you are so cute. So that was nice. So there we go. That's the book all ripped up. Now we'll start making a bit of ephemera. I won't go through the entire thing, you know, all in one go. Often you get these end fly pages. I actually hang on to these and I just put them in my interesting papers pile, and they will go into journals. They might get dyed, but you get lots of different kinds of end papers, like fly papers. They're really great. So I'll just set that aside. Now, I will move all of these guys out of the way. I knew we wouldn't get through this whole pile today, but I might do like another go at this in a video. We'll see. Because I'm trying to just use up some stuff. So what I usually do, I'll just set these words aside, is I just kind of get started. I look at what I've got, and then I decide, like, based on, you know, how big this is, what would this be really good as? So this, I think, what I want to do is I want to make like an interesting shaped pocket for a journal. Now this is a little bit wide, so I'm going to trim off from this side about here, and then I'm just going to make that a nice clean edge there. Then, because I found this cute small glowing cloud, I will take my glue stick and just give this a little bit of glue. There we go, get a little more glue. I was doing all sorts of stuff today because I'm kind of making prototypes for some projects that I want to do. And my fingers are just getting covered in glue. Sometimes it takes so long to wash it all off. It's craziness. Okay, so small glowing cloud. And then, you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to kind of cheat. I would normally like look to my, actually, no, you know what I'll do? Hold on. So this is a good opportunity to check in the other book that I have to see, is there anything that would accompany this nicely that I could cut out of here that would be like, you know, a nice thing to add to this kind of a pocket? There might not be, but let me just have a quick look. I mean, there's balloons. That could be a cute fussy cut in the clouds, but maybe we'll try that. So, just gonna these balloons out off camera a little bit here. Hold on. There they are. They're the same as this elephant that you can see. So then what I'll do is just, I'm not going to worry too much about, I'm just going to sort of cut beside this, the little string. I'm going to leave a little bit of the white space around this. I'm not going to cut it like directly to the edge of the image. You could, and then you could draw your balloon strings if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave a little bit here. Then I'm going to ink around it, and that will be cute. Okay, so there's our balloons. And just to take a look at where that might look cute, I think right like that. So let's just grab the old glue book here. So right like that. Okay. And then we will cut the excess off. There we go. Then, oh, I didn't ink around. You know what? It's okay though. It actually blends really well because half of it's white and it just actually really blends well. I'm not concerned. But what I want to do now is I want to back this with some kind of a thicker paper so that it's a little more durable. Let's see if I have something wide enough here. I do. See, sorry about that. I had to change batteries in my camera. I was not paying attention. Okay, so now I'm just going, now that I've backed this, which you may have missed, I'm not sure. I think I just lost like about a 5-second window there. So I just backed this with paper just to make it a little stiffer. And I'm just going to trim off the excess here. Then I think I'm going to ink around this with some yellow. It's a nice sunshiny color. And there we go, one piece of ephemera done. It's a cute pocket. So yeah, that would go really nice in any kind of like a nice happy journal. Okay, so let's move on to maybe that morose kind of background that we had. So I grabbed my my kind of like ephemera book that I have, and I just want to see what I have in here that I could put on there that would make it like interesting. I got all of these super cute stickers the other day. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're like very kind of like, I don't know, 80s toys kind of stickers. They're so cute. But what do we have? We have like a windowsill, so I could put like a really cute bird there, maybe sitting on a windowsill, and maybe some words, possibly a flower. That one has a branch. We have one that's just a bird, just a happy little bird. And maybe, let's see, rainy weather will change soon. That's cute. Then possibly I could use like a flower or a leafy kind of vellum sticker off to the side a little bit to just add a little interest. So I'm just getting all these stickers sorted out. It's kind of the nice thing about like stickers and fussy cut kind of things. I have to like really start organizing my fussy cuts because I'm going to stickers to instead of fussy cuts, and I really should get using some fussy cuts because I have lots. Yeah, I think that's what I'll start with. So basically I'm going to, I think, just maybe ink around these words a little. Oops. Give a little bit of a color outline. This ink pad is like almost completely kaput, but it still has a lot of ink in it, so I'm just gonna try to use the last of it up. You can't get this eyes ink, Amadienne, or Aladienne, I believe, Aladine. It's a French ink, and it has two names actually, that's why I'm getting it confused. You can't buy it really anymore. It's sad. I love that ink, but I get it at Desserts. We have a nice art store called Desserts here in Canada. I don't know if everybody has Desserts or not, but they're a lovely store. Great art supplies. And I think I'm going to just go around the birds, white space a little bit with some of the vintage photo oxide, just to kind of add a little bit of color there. Not too much, just a little. So I'll take the sticker off its backing. Just pop our bird friend right there. And with this vellum, I'm just going to, it's going to be a little tricky to peel. This one's not so bad. So I have options. I mean, I could have it coming out of the planter over here, but I think I just kind of want to have it like coming up the side, maybe like there's a plant there or something. Then we will glue this down. And then you just take something that's like a very morose kind of picture from a book, and like that brightens it up considerably. And then I think what I want to do possibly is maybe take some lace or something and run it over like the top or the bottom, or even just maybe a strip. This one's a little curly. Let me see. Actually, it's better on the other end. I need to iron this lace. But it's a very cute lace. I think I might just kind of attach that here across. I'm going to stitch around this, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac down so you can see it. And then I'll back it all and I'll stitch all around it. Because now that my sewing machine isn't right here on my desk anymore, I can't stitch things live. I have to kind of pause and go stitch, which I might do. This is my sad Fabri-Tac bottle. I have another, I think we have like 10 days until the non-essential stores open. So as soon as our Michael's opens, I've got to go get a couple of bottles of Fabri-Tac because I'm completely out almost. So just have what's left in that sad bottle, which is cracked. I have a new bottle that I need to fill up. So I'm just using up the last bit of that glue and hoping that it gets me through my journaling adventures until I can get to the store. Okay, so that's cute. Cute. And then I just want to back it with some more sturdy paper. There we go. Somewhere I have some paper. Okay, this is like a, there. This is like a misprinted digital that I want to use up this paper. So we'll just double it up that way, and then we'll glue this down to it. Don't need too much glue because, like I said, I'm going to stitch around it. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause for just a second and stitch around that so I can show it to you finished. So there we are, all stitched around. And then I'm just going to throw a little bit of ink on the edges here. There we go. So I went for a really nice walk today we went to a neighboring city because I saw a really cool, well, my husband actually saw it, posting on Facebook Marketplace that there was a lady kind of just giving away a bunch of really cool 60s yearbooks, and I love old yearbooks. You know, they're just so cute. Like, the pictures are so classic, and there's a lot of really funny things in them, and it's kind of an interesting way to look at our schools and stuff. Yeah, so I'll probably share those in my weekly wrap-up this week and show you what's happening with those. But there we go. We have a cute little journal card. So 2 pieces down. I feel like I'm moving so slowly, though. I know, like, a lot of people are a lot faster at making ephemera than me. I'm especially a fuddy-duddy this week just because of being in recovery mode. I think I just want to make a tag with this. I don't want to use that paper. I want to use up something that has been sitting around for a while now. Maybe just some more of this white paper. I've just got all these scraps that I need to use up. So just glue these edges together. I remember this paper. The little corner is burnt. One day I lit a candle and I had this like crazy little debacle of, like, the wind blew into the window or something, and it like blew a candle flame onto like some paper in my old workspace when I was working in my dining room one day. Oh my god, it was the scariest thing. I was like, holy cow, because, you know, it was all paper hanging around. I'm like, let's not burn the house down. But thankfully I was like right there when it happened. And funny enough, our fire alarm system is right above. We have one sensor right above our dining room table. So like, as soon as the smallest bit of smoke happened, like, I'd gone into the kitchen, which is like right next door to my dining room, and all of a sudden, like, the fire alarm starts, and I'm like, what is going on? I come back and there's like this little tiny fire, probably about like this big, just kind of like, it was weird. There was a basket of paper and the candle had been sort of over here, and it had just caught like this one piece of paper, but it had burned like a bunch of pieces of paper, but it didn't burn anything else. Thankfully I was right there. But I then had a come to reality moment that using candles while paper crafting is a bad idea, number one, but also just maybe using candles isn't a great idea anyways, especially if you're leaving the room. And yeah, having it around to any kind of work area is a bad idea. But yeah, we won't be doing that again. Thankfully it wasn't a serious one, but I'm thinking, like, what if I had gone upstairs or gone to the store? Oh Lord. So, lesson learned, be careful. Okay, and then over here. There we go. Oops. So, what do I want to do with this? I think I will round the bottom corners. Do that one again. There we go. Okay, and then I'll probably stitch around this, and I don't know if I want to use like a paper topper or maybe some lace or something, some fabric. I've got this nice light purple that I think will bring out that butterfly. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Just a simple little tag. Okay, I'm going to stitch around that. Be right back. Okay, so I have stitched all around it. Then I think I'm going to put a little bit of ink around, maybe some blue, just kind of bring out some of the sky colors and give it a nice little frame. There we go. And then if you wanted to, you could probably put something down here. I might do that actually. I might put a label or something just for the fun of it. Do a little bit of collage or something. Celestial Phenomena. No, not quite. Not that one. Trees and plants. I have to make more of these labels. I'm almost, here we go. Here's a nice one. Wind had blown. I think that's kind of the most appropriate. I have to make more of these though. They're just simple little like stamped labels, and then I put stickers and words on them, and they just make really sweet little labels for things like this. So just gonna grab my art glitter glue for this because it's on a construction paper, like a nice mauve construction paper. I think that's nice with the butterfly. Wind had blown, and it's a very serene kind of image. So cute little tag, very simple. I mean, you could do like a collage with a bunch of different things. You could add pieces of fabric, obviously. Lots of different options. I think I might have time maybe for one more. And I think I'll use this piece from the Wild Swans. I think, yeah, that's from the Wild Swans. I'm just going to trim a little more off the side here, and maybe again over here. It's a little bit wide for most journals. It's probably the kind of thing that I would use. I would clip into the book if it's going to be a large journal card. And I think I'll back it with this nice kind of manila paper. I think there's writing on one side, yeah, so we don't want that. It's nice though, on my walk tonight, there's so many blooming butterfly bushes, like those white flowering like bushes. They're so beautiful. I saw so many honeybees and bumblebees pollinating away. It was so nice. It's nice to see honeybees. For a couple of years now, I really haven't seen many honeybees, and it's very worrisome. Even though I have a decent sized garden, I think it was the year before last, I actually did not see a single honeybee, and it was like, ugh, it just stressed me out not to see a single honeybee. And I really hope that, you know, some factors of what's going on in the world right now is actually pretty great for the planet. I mean, others aren't so great. Like, I think we're using more plastics and more disposable things that, you know, come with this whole situation, having to have like masks and stuff. I think people have kind of laid off using the gloves, which is good, because they actually weren't ever really a very good idea for domestic people, like going shopping and things. They actually are worse than washing your hands, and just being mindful that you should only really touch the things you're buying. Because those gloves, they need to just be in a medical setting, I think, or like a work setting for people who, you know, need to wear gloves when they're working. Okay, so I like that just kind of as it is, but I think, I don't know if it would benefit maybe from some lace. I've got this really pretty stretchy lace that could be really cute here. I might put some on there. It might just kind of add a little bit. I have to find the end of this thing. I just keep this great big like loop of different laces and ribbons off to my side here so that I can just grab from it, but sometimes it gets a little bit out of hand when the piece of lace is really super long, and this one is super long. It was from one of our thrift stores. I found it and it was really pretty. It's something a little bit different. Okay, so I'll use that. And I'll probably just stitch around it. And again, it's like when you're using book pages like this, you don't need to do a whole lot of extra. Maybe some words or something. Let's see if I have something that makes this a little nicer even. I could use like a gold vellum, but I don't think so because I don't really want the white on the page. Sorry if you can't see what's in this book. It's a little hard because if I tip it, the whole thing spills. It's just one of those things. I can probably tip it a little bit to show you there's stickers in here. Yeah. Okay. Leafy branches were blowing in the wind. No. Pretty pink rose. No. What's this one say? On the way to the wild woods. That might be nice. I have like a whole book of like phrases and words that I keep a certain way that I really like to, I stick down on like double-sided tape, but I don't know where I put it. Actually, it's probably over on my desk beside me, but since I moved my studio around, I'm not exactly as organized as I was. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this Rusty Hinge ink on there because the color goes nicely with this, and then I will glue this one down. Probably like right here. There we go. Okay, I'm going to just stitch this. I'll be right back, and this will be probably the last one we do today. Okay, so here we go. This one is stitched. I just stitched along the top with a bit of a zigzaggy fun stitch, and then just left the little lace here. And I'm good with this as is. I think it's just cute like that. So we are done for today. I finished 4 things. This is probably a journal card, a tag, and a pocket. So those will all be nice little things that I can tuck into my ephemera box and feel like I'm starting to recover from the mass usage of all of my ephemera. So, but I am planning, I'll show you a little sneak peek of what's to come. If you are watching the video like ages ago that I made, I think at 150 subscribers, I made these collage, and I shared them actually in a Dropbox. They're just collage pages. But what I'm going to do with them actually is I'm going to make traveler's notebooks with them. So these are all covers that I've got to finish. I've got to Mod Podge them. I've got to finish them up and get them going. So they're going to be kind of like the ones that I did yesterday. But I'm going to be doing a little bit, some different things. So I'll show you maybe a little bit of that process tomorrow, or what I'm planning. And I think the rest of this week I'm probably just going to be making like these sort of gentle craft along with me, let's make a few little things videos, because I find it very therapeutic and healing to do so as I'm recovering from my appendectomy of doom. So thanks again for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will hopefully talk to you tomorrow. Okay, bye.